provided here and the things we are going to work on. Okay, so let's go back. So as I said, there are 29 columns available in this database. Many of them has many different things. Some of you may know it, not know it. So the details I have also added. Like here, the group ID, which is the columns which we are talking about is group ID, match ID, assist boost, then damage dealt, DBNOs, that is the number of enemy players knocked. So that is the number of count, that is also important, and we will see that also plays a good role in start. Headshot kills, number of enemy players killed with headshots. So too much killing is there in this game, but okay, it is for our analysis we are doing. Then there is heals also, number of healing times used, because sometimes you have to heal yourself to have more power. Okay, but that also reduces your chances of getting a good position because you are using healing power. Okay, so that is there. Then there is a kill place, ranking in match of number of enemy players killed. Okay, so which one you have killed, the higher one, lower one. Killing points based on external ranking of player. Think of this as an LO ranking where only kills matters. Okay, kills is how many numbers you have killed. So many kill parameters. Okay, longest kill streaks. So many parameter is there. Max place is the worst placement we have data for in that match. This may not match with the number of groups, as sometimes the data skips over placement. So we are ignoring this max place because not good detail is provided for this column. Number of groups is the number of groups we have data for in the match. So each match we have 100 players, so there may be different kinds of groups, so that is also there. Revise is the number of time this player revived teammates, so you can revive, but it must subtract something from your side also. Then the ride distance, you can ride with the vehicle, that is there. While riding, number of kills you have made, that is also there. Swim distance is also there, how much swimming you have done. Team kills, number of time this player killed a teammate because of the wrongdoing. Okay, so that also reduces your chance. Vehicle destroys, number of vehicle destroyed, and you will find out interestingly, if you destroy some vehicles in between, you have good chance to win. Means even I don't know why that parameter affect this way, but if you see the data, you will find out. Walk distance, obviously you have to walk many times. Weapons acquired, which kind of weapons you have. Win points, win based external ranking of the player. Think of this as LO ranking where only winning matters. Okay. And the last one is the percentage, that is the target of prediction. This is the percentile winning percentage where 1 corresponding to first place and 0 corresponding to last place, and accordingly the percentage is provided, 0.77, 0.33, and so on. It is calculated off the max place, not number of groups, so it is possible to have missing chunks in a match. So as I said, these columns will not be used for the analysis. Okay, so that is the detail about what kind of data we have. Why we have provided or I have copy pasted this kind of details is because these things you should know first, because just having a data and I will start working on that may not make a sense. And this happens in industry also. When you get a domain problem or whatever you are going to solve, you first concentrate on what data I have, what are the columns I have, what are the type of data. Again, it is a simple data structure here, a data frame. You may get it through HTML or some JSON file, or it may be some complicated file. You have to sort it out what you want. So that also happens. So you should know what kind of data you have and how to utilize. Then only you can proceed to analyze the data. So let's proceed to analyze it. I have printed the train dot head, just 5 rows, as we have copy pasted in the previous PPT also. So that data is also there. And now that we have the glimpse of the data, let's explore them one by one. So the first one is the killers, how the good you kill it. Okay, so there are so many killings happen. So I have 8 kills. Again, these are the picture shot. So how the killers matter. So for that, kills is the column, the first column which we are going to consider. So I am printing three things. The average person kills 0.9248 players. 99% of the people have 7 kills or less. So that is a higher value. So at least 7 people are killed 90 by 99% of people of our data. Again, I am saying our data. The most kills ever recorded is 72. So that is the way I have calculated using some of the predefined functions. So mean is the predefined function which works on this column and just calculate the mean value. So all of the total 0.9248 will come. Quantile is the method where I pass 0.99, it says 99%. If I change it to say 0.5, 50%. So all of these values will be shown. And the last one is the train kills max. So who has killed the max? So there is one row in our record who has killed 72 persons or the enemies, whatever you call. So that is the data available. Now to check how the things are happening, what I have done, I have divided this data into some chunks. How I have divided the, I am using train.copy so that I am not changing the train data frame which we have. I have some copy of that where the changes will happen. And what I am added here, data kills is greater than data kills of quantile. So what was the quantile value? 7. So those kills which are greater than 7 will be counted as 8 plus, just for our analysis, because there are many numbers, like we will have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We cannot have that all the things. In general, when I say that there are 99% who has 7 or less, only 1% remain. Maybe out of whole data, you can say 10,000 or the 5,000. So rather than dealing them separately, we will put into a group called 10 plus. So those who kill more than 10 are in a one group. And once I add this, so this is the way how I can add a new column to a data frame. Okay, again, not going to the detail of coding, but that is the way. Once it is done, we will use the PLT, that was the matplotlib library we have been using, and then SNS count plot. So the count plot is one of the plot which will counts the number of occurrences of the given values. So for our case, we have converted into string because 8 plus is there and sorted it. So the count will get sorted, and then I am printing it with the title of kill count. So once I run this whole and soul command, which does what? It converts the data frame with one new column addition 8 plus, not the new column addition, value addition of 8 plus for all those who have killed more than 8%, and then using the count plot. So do remember the count plot, that is one of the plot we are going to use to count how each person kills in whole data set. So if I put the count part, I get this kind of graph. So again, it is not fitted in the screen, but here you can see the data. So what this data shows is persons who have killed. This is the count. So person who has killed 0, there are so many rows, maybe just came and died. So nearly going for, it is 10303, 25 lakhs of data where no person was got killed. And then other data set are there. So this is one person killed, 2, 3, 4, 5, and obviously 8 has very low data. So you can see the trend, number of kills are going less, 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 and this has been shown using what? The kill plot or the count plot, not the kill plot. So the count plot actually shows you how the kills has happened, and how you can see there that there are many rows who don't have the killing. They maybe just drop on the island and died. That may be the case, may have happened. Okay, so that is the thing you can think of. So, and that happens because that is the live data where different things can happen. So this kind of data is available. So we have plotted it using the count plot. So once we plot it, the second analysis we have to do is that kills matters to wins. Okay, so most people can't make a single kill. At least do they do damage. So even if they are not killing, do they are doing some damage to other person or anything, that can be calculated using another thing. So we are taking the data again for only where kills is 0. So for only this data, the first count which have. So now we will think if they damage at least something or not, or they are just ideal. So I am taking only the data where kills is 0, and then I am putting the figure and the damage dealt by 0 killers. Okay, so that is the way I am going to work on that. I got, I think streaming got stopped or what? Okay, not. So we will use the way of writing this using another plot called distributive plot. So distributive plot is nothing but a kind of histogram. Okay, so if you know the histogram, it is the frequencies of the values that it will put on the graph. Okay, so it counting the frequencies of values to get the output. Okay, so that is the way it will count. So that graph we are putting in here, and if you see the values which we are using is kills is equal to 0. So the rows which has kills is equal to 0, that only got selected. And then we are using the distribution plot on this data for damage dealt. Okay, so again damage dealt is shown in some percentage. So this record is damage dealt by 0 killers, and you will find out the ratio is surprisingly going high and then low. So the damage dealt values are from 0 to 2000. So you can see most of them don't, and let investigate the exception. So this high value here shows, again it is a KDE graph, so that's why it is showing this also, that is called KDE, that is the kernel density expression. Okay, so this graph shows there are persons, very high persons, which has no damage done and no kill made. Okay, there are very few persons who haven't killed anyone but still have done some damage. So how we will find out? So what I have printed here is the data win place percentage is equal to 1. So if I run this, I found out in my data set there are 16,16666 players have won without a single kill. And I think it may be a cheater or no one was there that time. Okay, so in our data set 16,000 rows are there who never done a single kill, and there are 4,770 players who have never done the damage also, because for both of them winning percentage is 1. So these are the person without any kill, without any damage, still winning. Okay, so that are maybe a doubtful rows, you may remove also in the future if you want. Again it depends on what information you want to keep and what you want to delete. Data analysis is something, there is nothing final thing that when I say this is then this is has to be done. No, even if you are seeing this code, it is my perception how you can do it. There are lot many other ways available which you can try it out. Okay, so now we will plot the win percentage with the kills. Okay, so for that we are using the joint plot. Do remember the plots which we are using. There was the count plot, then we have used the distribution plot, and now it is a joint plot. All kind of plots comes with the Seaborn with very good picturization, so you have get a good idea of that. So what we are putting here on x-axis win place percentage, on y-axis kills. So the joint plot gives the diagram something like this, where win percentage from 0 to 1, and these are the kills. So you will find out the ratio or the darkness of the dots increases here on this line. So obviously as the kills increases, your chances of winning increases. But there are some exception on this side which shows with 0 kills still there are 30, means the 0 kills still they can win. Okay, so there are the percentage here and there, but this percentage of 1 comes with the highest percentage of kill. So that is the first thing. So apparently killing has a correlation with winning. And finally, let's group players based on the kills. So let's group them on the kills rather than only 1 to 3. Let's say 0 kills, 1 to 2 kills, 3 to 5 kills, and 6 to 10 kills. So we divide the data again into subgroups and then 10 plus. Okay. So to do that, I am using one interesting function called cut. So the cut function, as the name suggests, cut your data frame into some groups whichever you are specifying. As you can see, we are specifying is here as per the values which I have shown there. Okay, so that way it will cut the total data frame into different groups which we are specifying here. So once it's cut the data set, we will have a different data set, and on that data set I am using the box plot. Okay, so for that cutted categories I am putting a new column, kills categories. Okay, so that kills categories has a name, say -1, 0, 2, 5, 10, and 60. So if I use that and then use the box plot, I come to know this one. Okay, so what this box plot shows, this box plot shows the winning percentage is obviously increasing with the group. So 10 plus 6, 10, 3, 5 has more winning percentage. They are on upper side rather than some with 0 or 1 to 2 kills. Okay, so that is again a good graph. Rather than the previous distribution plot, this plot gives a more accurate idea how the killings is useful. Okay, so that is the first thing. Then talking about the runners, so who runs, walk the distance. Okay, are they are good to win or not? So the average person walks, again this functionality remains the same. Okay, so you can understand because previously we have explained. So average person nears nearly 1154.2 meters, and there are 99% of people who walk 439.6 meter or less. So that is the highest, that is 99%. But there is a marathoner who has run nearly 25,780 meter and maybe roaming around whole island for many times. Okay, so there are different data. So again for this I am using a quantile method to just reduce the data, and then I am putting walking distance distribution with the walk distance column which we have. And we come to know, okay, the data shows that this is what on this side it is the distribution plot. So how the distribution is there, and obviously it reduces. So there are many people who don't walk also, okay, because it is going in very higher direction for zero. So there are 99,000 players, 99,603 players walk 0 meters. This means that they die before even taking a step. So it may be they just drop out and some person is already there to kill them. Okay, that may be the case, and now it depends on how you play the game. So if I put the joint plot of win percentage with walk distance, we get this kind of data. This is the walk distances increasing, and this is the winning percentage. And obviously, since the data is more on this side, we can say that as the walk distance increases, there are the good chances of winning the game. And that is obvious. You correlate these things with the obvious thing. If you stay at one point, there are the chances that people will come from other team and kill you because you are on the same position. If you start running or hiding different places, the chances of winning increases. So there is always a correlation. Only the thing we are putting that correlation with the data we have. Okay, that is only the difference we are making here. Otherwise it is the same thing what we are doing. Okay, so apparently walking has a high correlation with win percentage or win place percentage. Then there are drivers. You can have the bikes, jeeps also. So then average person drives 606 meters. The 99% people of in our data is 6.966 meter or less. And the Formula One champion, that is the person who is continuously driving with its vehicle, has max of 40,710 meter. That is very high. He must be roaming around, maybe, but without kill. Again, that is strange. So I am again putting a quantile data only, not the higher side, and putting a real distance distribution using distribution plot. So there are the persons, means very less persons get the drive or something. Most of them walk, I can say, because that is the only one single row you can see. Others are down here. Okay, so that is also there. So the people will not be going for the vehicle, it seems to be. And if I put that data with the right distance of zero, you see here there is a huge data, more than 33 lakhs players which drive nothing, which are in a zero, right? So if I put this into the right distance, you will have some discrete data saying even if you don't ride much, because this is the right distance, even if you don't ride much, there are the chances of winning. Okay, not so much correlation, a small correlation. So a small correlation between ride distance and win place percentage. But as in the start, as I said, destroying a vehicle in my experience shows that a player has a skills. Okay, so that I have found interesting. So what I have done, I have taken another column of vehicle destroys, which is also available. And here I am using a separate plot called point plot. Why I am using, there are not very different values, specific values. One vehicle destroyed, because the game is very specific. Two vehicle destroyed, three. So that's why the point plot. So these are the number of vehicles destroyed: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it is not an easy task also destroying a vehicle, and the graph is plotted. So if you look at the graph, as you go on an higher side or destroying more vehicle like 2, 3, or 4, the chances of winning. Whereas in 4 it is very high, 5 it is not. In 3 is very high. So the chances of winning the game is also high. So that is a strange correlation comes here, where you can say the winning vehicle destruction has the good correlation. So my experience was correct. Destroying a single vehicle increase your chances of winning. Maybe they are putting some point, or through vehicle you are destroying 2 3 teammates also of other enemies. Then there are the cases of swimmers who can swim around the island. So there is 4.5 meter average swimming. Nearly most of the people has swim 123 or less, and there is one Olympic champion has swam 3,823 meters. So maybe only he is visiting different places by swimming. But again, you remember there are, I think, three maps available, where in one map no water is there. So this maybe you should take it or not take it. That depends, because there is no swimming, so you cannot correlate. So I am putting the swimming distance, and again zero is in highest place, so almost no swims. Let's group the swimming distance. Again, I am using cut to have the data into four values, and using the box plot again. And it comes out to be most of them are equally well. Still, you have the less percentage for less swimmer, but the data is not that much sufficient to have saying that swim distance really matter. Okay, so that we will not consider. So it seems that if you swim, you rise to the top. In PUBG, there are currently three maps, as I said. I think I have they have added a new map also. So if there is no water, keep that in mind. So we might plan on doing analysis to find out which map a match is played, which we haven't done here, but that may be the case. Then there are the healers. So that is with the boost and what I can say, heals. Okay, so that also I have created. So there is one person who has taken 80 heals, and there is one person with 33 boost. Okay, and then the average out values and all these things are there. So here again I am using the point plot because they are specific with the quantile values. Okay, so again you may find out lot of things here, but these are just the coding. Like I am putting a label, I am putting a title, I am putting in a grid, I am putting some text on my graph. So and the point plot, that is the main thing. So two point plots I am superimposing together of heals and boost. And obviously you can see the heals and boost, if I have more and more, my win percentage is increasing, because that is the case. Because you have, and in that also, specifically for heals, after this point is 2. After 2 heals, you don't have many chances to move further. Okay, whereas for boost, obviously it is exponential. So that is also interesting. Heals doesn't make any powerful things, it is just make you up again, but boost makes you powerful. Okay, so that is also there. I have plotted the joint plot also, which shows that as obviously the heals and this thing increases, the chances increases with the boost also and with the heals also. For heals, specific data is there, that's why you see the lines directly. Now, so the heading and boosting definitely are correlated with winning place, but boosting is more, as I said. Now comes the last point, solos, duos, and squads. That generally, as I said, there are the three game modes available. One can play solo or with a friend, that is duo, or with three more friends, that is called squad. So 10 player, 100 players join can same server. So in the case of duos, the max teams you can have 50, whereas in case of say squads, the max is 25, because 25 into 4 is 100. So accordingly, I have created new data frame, solos, duos, squads with greater than 50, in between 25 and 50, and less than 25. Okay, but doing on what number of groups which I have connected. So that is the data I have out of total. Duo are more, so two persons are playing more rather than other person. So that details is there. So I am using a subplot method to plot point plot of all these three for the kills specifically. Is the kills matters for solo, duo, and squads, and there is the data. So the this one is number of kills. So it shows that for solos and duos, again duos goes down as the kills increases, but for solo it is going higher. And for a team also it goes higher after killing lot of them, means like 46, 47, 48, not for the small values. So the killings doesn't make any sense in the squad. Okay, it will not win you more chances. Okay, so that is the there. So the attribute DBNO is also there, that is the knockdown which we have said, and then there is assist and revive also, to assist someone or revive someone. So that also I am plotting here with the duo, squad, and only for duo and squad, because that is available there, not for solo. So for solo there is no assist and method is there. So for them also I am plotting here the plot, which you can see here, and that also gives an idea how the things can go in the solo and duos model, how the percentage can change. Okay, so that idea it provides, and it goes down also. So this specific issue, it is the squad's revival will make you less prone to win. Okay, so that is the analysis you do. This also going down on duos assist also. So this kind of point plot which we are plotting gives a very good idea how the things can happen with different compatibility. So while playing, you can adjust this thing and may have a good chance to win. There is one more thing called Pearson correlation between the variables, which can be plotted using a heat map. So that is a very wonderful map. I am doing a heat map of whole data set, and it gives something like this. What is this? So in this, just you concentrate on the last column, which is here winning percentage. Okay, here also or here also, it is also winning place percentage. So if you see this data, wherever the values are higher, like zero point 0.8, which goes for walk distance, which shows that 80% correlation is there to win the match if you walk more and more distance. If you go up, there is negative correlation minus 0.7. So that is kill place. So negative correlation is 70% between kill place and winning. So that kind of percentage it shows, because last column is only for our purpose for identifying, and then there are some correlation in between column itself. Okay, so like if I go here and if I say zero point 0.6, walk distance and boost has some correlation and positive correlation, and obvious, if you walk the distances you may find some more boost at different places. So if I zoom it out for only five values which are important, this heat map appears. Okay, where I am talking about the win percentage, walk distance, boost, weapons acquired, and damage dealt, and they are more confident to give more accurate win percentage result. Okay, so that is the thing you can see here. So to plot the whole thing, which the columns which thing are more important from the previous Pearson's heat map are walk distances, boost, weapons acquired, damage dealt, and kill places. Okay, so that makes more and more output. And this is the pair plot, a wonderful plot, which is a combination of all the combination which we have. In this is the walk distance boost, whereas on downside, these are the win percentage. So only single line will explain all the thing. Here, since it was minus 0.7, at 0 it is higher, at positive it is going negative. Whereas for damage dealt, weapons acquired is similar for all the cases 0 to 1, so it is not affecting much. This is going on higher side, so affecting positively. This is also affecting positively walk distance. So that kind of inference you can draw with this graph, which is a pair plot graph. So that is also an important graph. Now some feature engineering also I have done to get with the data which we have created. So we have the one thing that since PUBG can have only 10 players, but most of the times the game isn't full. So there are not the cases where all 100 players are there. So I can count the player using the group by method. Okay, so I am adding new column player joined. So I can put it here and then I am plotting where more than 49 players are there. So these are the graphs which shows how many players join for different match. So you can see most of the time 90 to 96 or 95% join, not 100, because here we have the higher side. Okay, so that is the first case. The next thing you can see is that player join is there. So on the basis of player join also killing matters. If there are only 50 players, killing is more important rather than 100 players, because more player you can see. So I have put a normalized value so that 100 players will score 1, whereas 90 players, if they are there, the score should be higher, 1.1. And that formula I have put it like this. So I have added a new thing, killing normalization, damage dealt normalization, and then I have added them. So you can see here, if there are 95% and if I kill one, I have killing normalization 1.05, whereas it is damage dealt is 105, whereas for 97 96 it may be different. So that thing I have added. I have added new column heals and boost also, which is a combination of heals and boost, and total distance traveled, maybe walk, maybe ride or swim, because that also matters. It is not only the walking will matter. And they also, that thing also I have normalized using this method, making sure if 0 comes, infinity value should not come. So that's why +1 I have added. So this kind of all the columns I have added to my data frame, because this column also will make some difference in my output. So we have one kills per walk distance also. That is also by covering the distance, how much persons I kill. That in the same formula I am putting and I am adding to my data frame. So there are some person, if you do the analysis, who walks 0 distance and have many kills. So that is with the almost win percentage of 1. So they may be cheaters, or maybe sitting at one point they are killing multiple person. That may be the case. Okay, so that may be the case available. We have done the solos, duo, squads for different data frame creation. Here I am combining them with the values, so I can add a new column called team, so that is also added. So once I do that, this becomes my complete data analysis, where I have added, first I have done a lot of data analysis which I am doing, and then I have added the columns as per my knowledge that can be also useful, which can be also added. So that is the way I can do the data analysis and come up with the result which you can see here. Uh, so which bullets are used for UMP? Again, it is only the data which are available. On that basis only we came up. So they haven't given that idea of which bullets has been used or what. So if they provide such kind of columns, or if that is available, that also can be used, because obviously that is also a good question. That also matters, what kind of things you are going to use for killing this purpose. So that is kind of analysis we have done on the basis of data available. Again, it was an extensive analysis which we have done with some part, and as I said, it is always from my perspective I have done that. It may be from all of you who play it very well, may have some more details to share. So from their angle, there may be some additional thing also come up, that this thing also has to be added or this thing has to be removed. And yes, that is welcome, because all things boils down to the data analysis which we are doing. So that is the way we do whole and soul data analysis of PUBG data. And this is only a part one, I can say, where we have done with some data set which can be used for the future prediction. So in future prediction, what will be the case? If I have this detail, what is my chance to win? So that is kind of future prediction we can have. Okay. So that completes the analysis side. Going back to our PPT again, which we are talking about. So let me go back to share that. So sharing the PPT again. Hopefully it has gone there also. Okay. So before moving to the next section, let me have this thing also. So talking about the academy, because that is also important, that is the part of this. So we have three delivery modes to choose from, basically the classroom delivery, online, and the self-paced delivery. Okay. So these are the three things we provide. So currently, obviously, classroom delivery is off because of the COVID, but you do join the online or self-based delivery, where the online sessions conducted by me only will be provided for the data analytics with Python. The course which we provide consists of the four steps. That is the common thing I always talk about: the Python as a programming language, data analytics, where the packages which we have seen currently, the all the packages details with all the small details will be provided. The advanced stuff is the first three, which talks about the machine learning and R programming, and then the electives part. So that is the way all the things has been assigned. So you also can join us. You can visit our website www.pythonacademy.in. And as I always say, do subscribe to our channel. So all of you have to subscribe this channel, which is the YouTube channel Anup Kelkar's Python Academy. So thanks all of you for joining this session from the platform, and hope you enjoyed that. You will have more session in the future. Thank you.